vlog. So today we're hiking Eiffel Lake and we're also hoping to do Consolation Lakes on the way back. The Eiffel Lake trail is actually pretty good so far. It's up some switchbacks from the parking lot. This one is about 12K with an elevation gain of 600 meters. So I'll see you guys closer to the lake. Bye!
Life is waiting on the other side. Follow me into the underground. Watch the world changing as the sun goes down. Follow me into the underground. Follow me into the underground. To the under. Shades of pearl and green. Fire burning hearts in darkest places. There's never been a better time to feel alive. I found no way, we're past the lines where truth won't lie. Life is waiting on the other side. Follow me into the underground. Watch the world changing as the sun goes down. Follow me into the underground. Whoa. Follow me into the underground.
Look at this amazing view.
Yes.
It is so beautiful. This is what I'm looking at right now. This is Eiffel Lake. Hey guys, we made it to Eiffel Lake. This is about a 6K hike up here. It's not too bad actually. I was expecting it to be a lot more steep, but a lot of the way is actually pretty flat, so it's very, very doable. And it's just the length on this one, so I highly recommend it, especially if you've done a lot of hikes in this area. You might not have heard of this one because I've done a few in this area but have never heard of this one until most recently. So the lake is actually really beautiful. I think it is super gorgeous from the lookout up there. It's like this deep blue color, and when you get closer to it you can sort of see that it's like more clear. Definitely go in the water if you are brave enough. Stick your feet in the water at least. It is a great experience. There's tons of bugs in the water, so be careful. They were biting at me earlier. That's the only thing to be careful of. Other than that, have a lot of fun on this one. It is a great one. I'll see you in the next clip. Okay, so we're on our way back up the chute. If you guys can see, we need to go all the way, not up to the very top, but just after these rocks end. And the lake is behind me. So pretty. So I'm almost at the top. This part of the hike is definitely the most challenging of the whole trip so far.
Thought that you should know I've been going solo. Want my love, baby, earn it. Yeah, dancing on my own. See if you can follow. Got me feeling alive. Watch me go, lose control. Is this real? All I feel. Free my signs. Every time, let's be real, be real, be real. I do what I want. Ooh, I do what I want. Ooh, I do what I want. Ooh, I do what I want. I want, I want, I want. Hear me now, I do what I want. Are you ready now? 'Cause it won't be easy. Only get what you work for. Gotta go all out whenever you see me. Don't be wasting my time.
Hey guys, so we are just en route to Consolation Lakes. This is our view right here. Really pretty, really green out here. And so far we've only gone a little bit less than a kilometer. This one is 6K total, so 3K to the lakes. And I'll update you guys further into the hike. We've done almost 14K today so far. So it's a long day, definitely. I'll see you guys in the next clip.
Watch me go, lose control. Is this real? All I feel. Break my signs. Every time, let's be real, be real, be real. I do what I want. Ooh, I do what I want. Ooh, I do what I want. Ooh, I do what I want. I want, I want, I want. Hear me now. Watch me waves cut through me, hypnotized by the sounds I'm breathing in. Hold tight, hold tight, chemical.
Made it to Consolation Lake. The last one was a little bit kind of sketchy. It takes you through a boulder field and the view is quite beautiful here. Like, as you guys can see, it's definitely worth it to go to the second lake and go down. The water just looks so nice and so clear. I think I'm going to stick my feet in and then head back because we need to catch the shuttle back. So this was a beautiful hike. I definitely do this one again. I just got sunscreen in my eye. But I'll see you guys in the after hike summary.
Collide. Hold tight, hold tight, hold tight. Dripping lights paint the skies, all because of you. Dripping lights paint the skies, only you can make me move. You can make me move. Can make me move. You can make me move. Can make me. So alive, make it last forever. Stop in time, yeah, I'm surrendering. Hold tight, chemicals collide. Hold tight, hold tight, hold tight. Dripping lights paint the skies, all because of you. Dripping lights paint the skies, only you can make me move. You can make me move. Can make me move. Can make me move. You can make me move. Can make me. Can make me move. You can make me move. Can make me.
Hey guys, welcome to my after hike summary for Eiffel Lake as well as Consolation Lake's trails, and these are both located in Moraine Lake. So this was a fun day, a very long day for hikes. So the first one, which was Eiffel Lake, was actually 12.6k with an elevation gain of 554 meters. That's the one we'll start off with because that was the first one we did of the day. So getting to Moraine Lake these days in 2023 is a little bit more complicated than it was in previous years. You definitely have to take the shuttle up there. There's no cars that can go up there anymore other than if you're staying at one of the cabins up there for like $800 a night. So if you want to do that, you can definitely, you know, do some sunset hikes in the area. But as far as what most people do is they take the shuttle these days, which the shuttle prices aren't ridiculously expensive. I think for two people it was like $13, which is not a whole lot. You catch the shuttle from the Lake Louise ski hill parking lot. There's plenty of parking there, and that's where you would catch the shuttle. So we got the first one at like 6:30 in the morning, which was a very early wake up time for me. I think I woke up at around like 3:30 or 4 a.m. to get there for 6:30. With this hike, I plan to do Eiffel Peak. Actually, that's the one I wanted to do, but we opted for Eiffel Lake because it's been super smoky, super hazy out right now around this time of the year. Actually, it's been like this for a few years now, where it's been like forest fire after forest fire, lots of smoke, and you kind of have to pick and choose your battles when it comes to really long, harder hikes and that sort of thing. If it's worth it to do peaks and stuff, I would, but I really wasn't sure about how the view was gonna be that day, so we ended up doing Eiffel Lake. So Eiffel Lake is a really good one. So it just is on the main trail at Moraine Lake, the main trail being the one that takes you to Sentinel Pass, the one that takes you to Mount Temple. You just basically take that trail up until you get to the fork, and then from that fork you'll go left for Eiffel Lake. If you want to continue along to Sentinel Pass, Larch Valley and stuff, you would go right. So this trail was really well marked. It's in a national park, so the trail is pretty well marked in general in national parks. Very easy to follow, and to get to the lake, I would say this trail is moderate to easy. It's not a super hard trail, but it can kind of feel long, especially towards the end. This one does feel quite long, and especially the switchbacks. I don't know why. The first series of switchbacks getting to the junction is no problem first thing in the morning. It just goes really fast. By the end of the day, when you're starting to feel a little bit tired and it's been a long day, it's really hot outside, it can feel like it takes forever to get through the last bit of this trail. But as far as going to the lake, I feel like the trail was generally pretty good. It didn't take as long as I thought it would, and it wasn't as hard as I thought it was gonna be. Like I said, it's definitely easy, moderate for this one. If you are looking for a beautiful hike in the area that's on the road less traveled, I feel like not a lot of people hike this one. A lot of people take the Larch Valley Trail, a lot of people hike to Sentinel Pass. While that one is a really beautiful trail, I think that this one is a really great one too, and it's definitely worth your time, especially if you are in the Moraine Lake area. It takes you to a beautiful lake. Eiffel Lake is beautiful from the top when you're viewing it, but you know, you can actually go down to the lake, which is cool, which is what we did. There's a lot of bugs in the water. However, the water is like really nice, really crisp, cool, crystal clear. But yeah, there was tons of bugs. I dipped my feet in it and it was really nice, really refreshing. And there was people that went in the water, so there was definitely people on the trail the day we went, but definitely not as busy as Larch Valley, Sentinel Pass, or the other trails in the area. You can continue along to the pass, which is the Wichtema. I can never say that word. Don't at me, okay? I can never say the word, but it's like Wichtema Pass or something like that. Takes you to like higher than the lake. You can keep going for sure, but we wanted to do Eiffel Lake as well as Consolation Lakes that day because we both had never done either trail, and Consolation Lakes is what we opted for as our last trail of the day. So again, 12.6K for this one. Elevation was 554 meters, which is not horrible for the distance. And then we continued on to Consolation Lakes, which I thought was gonna be an easy trail because it started off easy up until we got to the lake. So we only went to one lake. There's two total, but this trail is 6.1K with an elevation gain of 176 meters. So not very much elevation gain. You think, wow, that is an easy trail. Why is it hard? The only reason why I would classify this one, I would say the moderate side. Actually, wait. No, the harder side of moderate. That's how I would classify the Consolation Lakes Trail. Why? Because getting to the lake, you have to climb boulders. And this is not my favorite type of terrain. I find boulders like super annoying because you have to be really mindful of where you're stepping and if the boulder is gonna be loose or if it's gonna be like stable. And I've done so many hikes. I've mentioned in my Carameos Columns video about how many hikes this summer that I've done with boulders, and I'm just so done with boulders. I don't enjoy them. I don't think they're fun. You know, you might find them fun, but I think that if this was like a standalone hike, if we did this in the beginning of the day, I would have no problem with the boulders or going to the second lake. It would have been fine, but I still find boulders super annoying. And this whole trail from the very first lake, the edge of the very first lake, all the way to the second lake, I'm pretty sure, is all just one big boulder field. So I don't know what happened years and years and years ago. All of these boulders probably fell off the mountain and kind of made its own trail along the lakes and stuff like that. But there isn't really no marked path on this one. You just kind of have to go over the boulders until you get to the water. The water is really beautiful. The lake is really pretty. The first lake and only lake that I saw for Consolation. It's not a really easy trail like I thought it was going to be. I thought this was going to be like a very chill trail. It is marked as hard on all trails. This one was not such an enjoyable trail after you've done almost 20K during the day. I think that if this was a standalone trail for you, you'd be just fine. But yeah, I just don't like boulders and I don't want to do any more really bouldery trails this summer. I think I'm done. But that is all for this video. Out of the two, I would definitely prefer Eiffel Lake. That was the prettiest one out of the two. It's really beautiful from when you're on the trail looking down at it. That is the prettiest part of this hike for sure. And of course the, you know, the glaciers and the peaks around it is just a really beautiful, beautiful hike. So that is all for this one. That's all I have for you today. If you are not already subscribed, please go ahead, click that subscribe button below. I upload 3 times a week, Sunday, Wednesday, and Friday, and I will see you guys soon. Bye.
I let you